Friends, I wanted to make this video day before yesterday when this 127th Amendment Bill was introduced in Lok Sabha. But I deliberately delayed it for 2 days because I wanted to see the responses of various political parties, and there has been none. And I don't think we should wait longer. Uh, in 2018, the reservation for OBCs, the right of the states was withdrawn, and this has been reintroduced. Now states can have uh, their own inclusion in the OBC list. So, what will be the consequences? In Lok Sabha, the bill that was passed today, not a single opposition is here. So, does it mean that these all political parties agree with the bill? No, I don't think so. They supported for the fear of rejection by the people if they oppose. Otherwise, what is the benefit? This OBC reservation, it was discussed in the parliamentary debates in the making of constitution, but it never became a part of the constitution. It entered the directive principles. It was left for future. Why? Because all the leaders from Bihar, they stood up and said that whole of Bihar is backward, and that will be almost whole of the country was also backward. So, like many other issues that were referred to the directive principles, this was one, and people did raise voice again and again. The most important name I should give is Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia. He first gave the slogan, जिसकी जितनी संख्या भारी उसकी उतनी हिस्सेदारी. Depending on your numerical strength, you should have the right to share power. सुनी नहीं गई वो अलग बात है, but that was the beginning. And for the first time, Mrs. Gandhi had that Mandal Commission to explore these possibilities. And Mandal did research, but Mandal wanted to have a practical survey of the OBCs, their situation, the status, but it was not given an extension. So, Mandal in his report said that as I have no first-hand information with me, I have to rely on the census 1931, that is last caste-based census, and according to which there were 52% OBCs. So, therefore, I should recommend that much of reservation. But just because there is a cap of 50% and 22.5% is already with the SC STs, so I recommend 27% for OBCs. Now the first issue is who are OBCs. In Indian social system, we do not have any OBC. We don't have other backward classes kind of things. You have 4 Varnas, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. If you do not belong to the first 3 Varnas, you belong to the 4th. But we created a term that we call intermediate castes. So, these were the intermediate castes. And when that census was conducted in 1931, firstly, that was highly objectionable. People won't agree that they belong to backward communities. Actually, all castes have a myth that previously we were higher caste. One of our ancestors committed this blunder, so deities got annoyed and pushed that lower. Originally, we were higher only. So, nobody wanted to be backward. And now, at that time, backwards were really backward in economic terms. Like who were backwards and forward in 1931 census in simple terms? If someone is educated in the family, it's forward. If you protect your shoes, your feet, you are forward. If you have a toilet at home, you are forward. If you have thali katori at home, you are forward. Basic things. Chulha at home, forward. Pakka room, forward. So, forward communities were really forward and backward were really backward. So, Mandal wanted to have a survey because now the situation has changed a lot. How? 9 of the chief ministers in the country, they belong to these backward communities, and your PM also, to EBCs, extremely backward. Without any reservations in IITs and IIMs, almost 20% seats would be cornered by these pre-OBC category communities. So, survey was a must. Mrs. Gandhi did not allow any extension, so he had to recommend that way, but Mrs. Gandhi put the recommendations in cold storage, never raised again. Then how come it happened? In 1999, we had the VP Singh government. Chaudhary Devilal was the Deputy Prime Minister, though there is no such position in the Constitution. And Devilal was going to have a rally in Ramlila ground on 9th of August, Kisan rally. And it was rumored that Devilal is going to announce a new party, Kisan Party. Now, if he had announced Kisan Party and Kisans would be with him, about 70% people in the country were Kisans, so he would have overwhelming majority. So, every party felt threatened. VP Singh as a Prime Minister, what he did on 7th of August, just before the House was to adjourn for the day, announced that his government has accepted Mandal Commission report. Actually, every announcement has to first be approved by the cabinet, but there was no cabinet meeting. So, 52% OBCs, if VP Singh gets, obviously the rally was scuttled, but then threat to the other parties. So, what happened is VP Singh took the help of Mandal and BJP took the help of Kamandal, and the life in the country was never the same again. Anyway, all this genesis and court case and all this is there in public domain. The question here is, you are increasing, you are giving the right to the states, and states will definitely increase depending on their clout, depending on their vote bank. But say for example in Bihar, already 36 communities have been identified to be included in the OBCs. Or in Uttarakhand, more than 70% people, they already belong to OBCs. what will be the benefit? What is the benefit of reservations and how we can manage it or manage reservations? I have already said in a video, Must Reservations Go. My conclusions about that are already there. But in a situation when government jobs are on the decline, you are increasing the number of OBCs. I just do not understand why the already present OBCs are happy about it. Because the jobs are limited, there is already a fierce competition. If more people are added to that, there will be more fierce competition. That means the additions to this list are going to harm the interests of the already existing OBCs. I do not understand why the political parties are not raising that issue. People say this has been done with the UP elections in mind and all the 4 other states. But elections come and go, and the impact has to be permanent. One suggestion I had, it was Karpuri Thakur formula in Bihar that was there. In that Must Reservations Go, and economic criteria is there. That would be the best solution, but no political leader would stake his career by taking such sharp steps, though it may help him on the other side for political gains. Because if the government is supporting almost 80 crore people, it is a different matter that government does not admit that there are 80 crore people who are poor, but still definitely they are. So all those will support the one who decides. That way all the poor SCs and minorities and upper caste and everyone, poverty is the criteria, then it will be there. In any case, this addition of reservation that is going to be there, states may be empowered, in inverted commas, empowered with. But as a whole, this is not going to benefit anybody in the long run, particularly when the people have started raising the voice for survey, caste-based survey. UPA government started. They kept a budget of about 200 crore, and they spent about 2200 crore, and finally realized that it was only one-fourth of the job that was done, and they abandoned because they could not ascertain the consequences. Now, when you increase the number of OBCs in terms of caste and in terms of whole numbers, definitely the reservations will go higher percentage. Government has already breached that 50% sacrosanct limit through that 10% economically weaker sections, and just by one amendment it can do. But have reservations benefited the people and the nation? Yesterday or day before, I was reading, I don't know where, it said that there is a ladder to go high through reservation. But as the people climb, the ladder goes higher and higher. That means those who have climbed, they will keep climbing, others will be left behind, and this is what is happening. So, instead of taking these measures, we should have a sincere thought about whether this model of reservation that we have started and followed, SC, ST, OBC, everyone, whether it has given us the desired results or not. and most of the people will agree it has not. So, even if you have to provide reservations, you have to think of any other alternative model. Think about it and see that video. Reservations must go, must reservations go. Thank you.